What's up, you all? Um, Hold on one second. I'm on a different Instagram live right here. Let me see. I can't go live from my main page. They said I put that picture up of the alleged shooter, and I put it was a splice pic with the alleged shooter and Trump, and they said that was inciting violence. And I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow though. But anyway, what's up, you all? How you all doing today? I'm really gonna jump right into it. Uh, the post office lied yesterday. They said I ordered some magazines, and they said they were delivered at 7:14 p.m. I'm looking for them, thinking it's the wrong mailbox. They lied. It got delivered. It got delivered today though, but they lied. What's up, Miss Ree? What's up, the Life and Times? But let me get started. So today's title is The LeBron Effect and Aversion to Competition. A friend of mine helped me come up with this title, Chuck. The LeBron Effect and Aversion to Competition. Now, the reason why black men love LeBron James so much, and black men have not loved anybody like LeBron James. Not Jordan, not Kobe, not any sports figure like they love LeBron James. And I kind of felt like it was something spiritual. A lot of content creators online are saying that when they make posts about LeBron that go against the narrative, people threaten their lives. I'm like, why are black men so bent out of shape by LeBron? Like I don't care where you go, 99% of black men love LeBron. I mean, especially non-hoopers. But I was like, why are they so enamored and infatuated with LeBron James? If you watch LeBron James play, are you really impressed? I challenge anyone to watch LeBron play with no sound and tell me if you're impressed. LeBron throw a regular pass, the announcer goes crazy. Oh my goodness, LeBron James threw a pass. LeBron James get a putback layup. Oh my goodness, LeBron James it's propaganda and programming. So it's making you believe that he's doing something great when he's not. And most fans are novice, so they don't really know the difference. They don't know what basketball is. They don't know that you 6'9" putting the ball back in the rim is not impressive. Anyway, or you playing free safety on defense, staying in the paint, not rotating is not impressive. Anyway, so LeBron James, I was like, why is he so loved? Why is he so enamored? Why are black men ready to fight over? Listen, these guys be ready to fight over LeBron James. Then it hit me. The black man identifies with LeBron James because LeBron James doesn't like to compete. LeBron James like to play basketball, but he don't like to compete. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? The black man doesn't like to compete. The entire civil rights movement was about not competing. Think about it. The civil rights movement was saying, we can't do it on our own, so we're going to force our way into your spaces. Civil rights movement. We can't do it on our own, so we're going to force our way into your spaces. Now, clearly, black folks could do it, but they didn't want to what? Compete. They didn't want to compete. So now we fast forward and we have LeBron James, who folks argue is the GOAT, but he doesn't like to compete. I remember one time Charles Barkley said, man, this guy likes to compete. Everybody got upset because they know it's true. Every year, the media and all the fans across the world pray to God that LeBron gets the best team so he can win. Nobody wants to see LeBron compete. Think about it. He's the only superstar ever that if he loses, it's his teammates' fault. And if he wins, he gets all the glory. He's the only superstar to get no blame. They come up with 1,000 excuses. He's pulled a fake cast thing. I challenge anybody to go back and look at that first Spurs finals with him, 2007. I challenge you to go look at that finals and tell me whose fault it was that the Cavs lost. The media says he couldn't beat the Spurs. I say, no, let's really dissect it. See, what folks don't want to do. Listen, and this is why I'm not liked, because I don't take the lazy approach. I don't take the lowest hanging fruit or the fruit that's on the ground. I don't. So when I see something or hear something, I challenge what I'm seeing and hearing all the time. And I said, no, let's go examine that series between Spurs and the Cavs. LeBron James had the best record in the NBA twice and didn't make it to the finals. He got to the finals in 2007 and lost, got swept. But they said, you know what? He's young. Everywhere he's turned, there's been an excuse. And then he comes back 3-1 against the Warriors. Never mind, Bogut got hurt. Now, I know I'm talking basketball, but LeBron James doesn't play well when a team has rim protection. So what he did was he convinced the league to make the center obsolete. LeBron James does not play well when a team has a center in the paint. He doesn't play well with rim protection. If you look at any team with rim protection, he shoots poorly. The Spurs, the Warriors before Bogut went down, Dallas, any team that has rim protection, he doesn't shoot well. You know why? Because he doesn't have a mid-range game. It's either layups or threes. Because the mid-range game is developed in the lab. I'm going to get there. The mid-range game is like the details in life. The mid-range game is dotting your I's and crossing your T's. So the mid-range game requires longer than the other two. 3 levels of scoring, 3, mid-range, and layup. Those, the layup and the 3 aren't the hardest to develop. The hardest to develop is that mid-range game. If you notice, all the games always come down to a mid-range shot. Most games that are close comes down to that elbow shot. But anyway, so LeBron James never developed a mid-range game. You know why? Because he didn't want to compete. And most black men don't want to compete. They don't. Most black men are going to find an excuse because they don't want to compete. Think about it. It's supposed to be a challenge for someone to even suggest that that person is better than you. The mere suggestion that white people are better than black people should make black people want to compete, but it doesn't. It makes black people cheat. So what you find is you find black people knowing they have the backing of the liberal Jew, knowing they have the backing of the liberal white, knowing they have the backing of the media in Hollywood, the government. Black folks know they have the backing. You're rarely going to see black people compete with no advantage. You're rarely going to see it. There's always going to be an advantage. A black person is always going to bring up something about race to tip the scale just a little bit. They told me that Kaepernick was revolutionary. I said, how's he revolutionary? He got paid by the NFL. He getting paid by Nike. He got his own ice cream. He got a documentary. He got a special on Netflix. How is he a revolutionary? He getting 6 streams of income from corporate America. How is he because the black man don't want to compete. So the black man looks at any person he sees with an advantage and says, I'm going to idolize them. This is why LeBron James is the black man's king, because LeBron James doesn't want to compete. If you don't believe me, wait till this summer, right, from now to the start of the season, and watch how the media wants him to have the best team. Watch everybody sad he didn't get the best players. Everybody wants LeBron to win. Even with his son. His son can't play. I said it. Saying LeBron James, this is what people say, man, LeBron James' son can play. Saying Bronny James can play is like saying a fish can swim. He's a basketball player. Of course he could play. But is he good enough for the league? The answer is no. What does he do well? Tell me. He don't shoot well. He don't dribble well. What does he do well? Nothing. But they've set it up to where if you talk about LeBron James, you're hating. You talk about his son, you hate him. This is socialism. This is communism. Where the media is picking your heroes for you. The media is telling you who to celebrate and who to like. LeBron James' son's in the NBA right in the summer league right now. And everybody keeps saying, he's a second-round pick. Who cares? Name me a second-round pick that gets a 4-year guaranteed contract. Pull up the 55th pick from every previous year and tell me who got a 4-year guaranteed contract. Everybody's glossing over that because they're cowards. Then they say, well, white folks been doing it for you. White folks been doing it. Show me the white player or coach that son got into the NBA averaging 4 points in college. Show me the white player or coach that son is in the NBA and they averaged 4 points in college. You can't name no white player or coach whose son's in the NBA whose son wasn't good in college. You can't name none. So this whole notion that white folks do it too, prove it. Show me. Show me how white folks do it. Show me their son averaging 4 points and going to the NBA, getting a 4-year guaranteed contract. You're not going to find it. Because the black man don't want to compete. Black folks don't want to compete. If you don't believe me, black folks should disapprove it. When talking about race, why don't you ever hear black folks say, I don't want any excuses? When someone brings up race, when black folks are achieving something, why don't black folks ever say, I don't want any excuses? Not about my race. It's about my talent. Why don't black folks with a camera and mic in front of their face ever push back on the race narrative? You know why? Because black folks don't want to compete. They don't want to compete. How do we know this? You mean to tell me you were enslaved and you decided to run away? You were in slavery and you were a slave. You decided to run away. Why did you stay and fight? If the white man done took your children away, done killed your loved ones and beat you, done R-word your wife, did all this stuff to you, then why wouldn't you want to fight? Think about this. Think about what they say happened to the black man during slavery, and his response was to run away. Not just run away, but run away and get help from white folks. Am I lying? Y'all gonna shadow ban me Instagram, YouTube? Am I lying? Y'all gonna shadow ban me? The narrative is that black folks got tortured during slavery. And when the black man decided that he's going to buck the system, why wouldn't he choose to say, I'm a fight master? It's 50 slaves and 10 folks in the house. Because the black man don't want to compete. If the black man don't have an advantage, you will not see him engage. He's only going to engage with an advantage. Let's continue. This lesson right here, for this boy right here, is going to change his life. What his father just did, and I imagine will continue, it's going to change his life. And this is how God does us. God has us go through all these things in life so that we could get to him. What you mean, Blanche? I mean that the journey we get to be with God is the character building process. That means at the end of the journey, we have qualified to be with God. Not through works, but through grace. But it's what we do with the grace that qualifies us. Do we squander the grace? Or do we hold it and cherish it? And so when God has something for us, this is what God does. God builds our character up so that we can deserve it, that we can qualify for it. Notice when he got through the ropes, his father gave him a congratulations, which is what the little boy yearns for, is his father's approval. And so when he gets through the obstacle course, his dad is waiting for him. That's the same way Christ is with us. But we got to go through the obstacle, because the obstacle is what qualifies us to be there. We have to build our character. If God just gave it to us, we wouldn't appreciate it. So this is what young black men are missing. They're missing this right here. Black men have dads. They have sperm donors, but they rarely have a father. This is a father right here, because his father is thinking about his son being a man. How can I get my son to manhood? Black folks tell their children, you defeated before you leave the house. Black folks tell their children, you're going to get beat up by the white man. You're going to be oppressed. Black folks destroy their children's confidence before they leave the house. I thank God my mother didn't do that to me. I thank God. I thank God my grandparents didn't do it. I thank God my uncle didn't do it. I thank God my family didn't put that fear in my head to stunt my growth. And it's because black folks don't want to compete, because they feel like if I compete, I'm going to lose. But guess what? That's the beauty of it. The beauty is to lose, go back to the drawing board, and come back and fight again. Y'all seen Wile E. Coyote? Wile E. Coyote never left the drawing board. Even though Wile E. Coyote was considered the villain in the Roadrunner cartoon, he still never gave up. He still never gave up. Black people don't want to compete. And that's it, and that's all. And so black people don't raise their children to be able to compete. Black people raise their children to be able to survive. And you know what survives? Things like roaches, rats, mice, ticks, fleas, shrimp. No kind of apex predator. The dominant species on the earth, from herbivores to carnivores, they dominate their territory. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Are you a retard?
No.
Did you like looking at me? Did you like looking at me? Don't fuck with me, retard. My version of the story will be better than yours.
That what you saw was the black conscious play out on screen. That's the black conscious right there. That's it. That's the type of fear that black people have on competition. That right there. White person looking right into your soul, seeing you for who you really are, and you freeze up, back against the wall, terrified. Black people don't want to compete. And these white liberals know it. You think the white liberal is just trying y'all just to try y'all? No. The white liberal knows you don't like to compete. They know this. And half of me wants to say they're doing y'all a favor. Because without the white liberal, what would y'all really be doing? Because Republicans say compete. Bootstraps, remember? Conservatives say compete. If I can do it, you can do it. So black folks' greatest fear would be manifest into real life without the white liberal. So the white liberal is actually saving the black people from self-destruction. This is why LeBron James is the black man's king. It's because LeBron James bows down to everything that the black man will bow down to. China, the media, Biden, Democrats, liberals. Let's continue. And Popovich, when LeBron James was playing the Spurs the second time, and Miami came back and beat them off of a Ray Allen shot, go back and watch that play and ask yourself, why would Popovich take Tim Duncan out the game? Just go watch this game and ask yourself, why would Popovich take Tim Duncan out the game? If you go and watch that last rebound between Chris Bosh, rebound of Chris Bosh to throw it to Ray Allen, he was rebounding against Tony Parker, who is 6'2". So it was 6'2" Tony Parker versus 6'10" Chris Bosh. Now, why would Popovich take out Tim Duncan? Before that shot was missed by LeBron. Now, LeBron scored a whole bunch of points in a row that game, but during the last 5 minutes, they're not going to tell you what he really did. 3 turnovers, missed 3 shots, hitting the side of the backboard, all that. But all that got erased because Ray Allen hit a shot. Let's continue.
Coach, and he used to say, put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
Watch the whole game.
Situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
Watch.
You see how LeBron just lied? You have never heard LeBron say in his life, put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable. Knowing good and well LeBron James avoids all of them. He avoids all of them. If you go back to the Denver series this past playoffs, all the games were close but one. It was a 5-game series. 4 of the games were close, came down to the wire. If the games come down to the wire, why can't LeBron's team win? He's the best player, right? You notice that the Lakers in that series led 70% of the series. The Lakers were in the lead 70% of that Denver series. So my question is, why would they fire the coach? All the coach can do is put you in a what? Position to win. That's all coaches are there for, to put you in position to win. They can't win the game for you. So if the Lakers were up 70% of the series, then that means that the coach did his job. He put them in a position to win. So why did he get fired? Why did he get fired? The Lakers were in the lead 70% of a playoff series. That ain't coaching. That's great coaching. So why did he lose? I'll tell you why. Because attitude reflects leadership. And when your leader is a liar and a coward, then guess what? The players don't respect him. They don't respect the team. They don't respect the coach.
I had one coach, and he used to say, put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game, and I said he was going. Before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that, and my friends was with me, and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70. I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now. So, I mean, I'm a fan of the game, and to see that performance was unbelievable.
So you're holding the autobiography.
Now, black men don't mind LeBron James lying. Black men don't mind LeBron James getting his unqualified player of a son in the NBA. They don't mind. Black men don't mind Black men don't mind LeBron James with a fake cast. Black men, which I'm going to pull up, black men don't mind LeBron James making excuses. Black men don't mind any of it. You know why? Because black men feel the same way. because black men feel the same way. Hold on one second. Let me look up real quick. LeBron James excuses. Okay, let's continue. I just want to dive into his character so you can see what type of person he is. He's been lying since day one. But the travesty of him being a liar is he bought and paid the media to do the same thing. It's not the media's lying.
I'm a fan of the game, and to see that performance was unbelievable.
So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago, but I've read and a lot of notes over the years. This is my first time actually reading this from start to finish. But just a very smart man. And basically, his words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. The franchise and how amazing.
They cut the clip off. I'm gonna try to find it though. In the clip, he says he used the word Negro a lot. So you see LeBron James lying about reading this book. So your question should be, why is he carrying around the book? What's funny is if you or I did what LeBron James did, people would hate us. So why do they love LeBron James? I'll tell you why. Because he exemplifies what black men want to be. All the leverage, all reward, no risk. If I lose, it's their fault. If I win, I did it. All reward, no risk. I want you all to hear him say he says Negro a lot. There's so many clips of LeBron James just lying and making it's disgusting that he's the black man's hero. It's disgusting that he is the black man's hero. And that reporter that asked him that question about the book, they probably got fired. They didn't get the memo. Don't ask him any hard questions. Let's go. Let's continue. Let me see. Here we go.
Taylor, you want to follow up? Yeah. So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago, but I've read and a lot of notes over the years. This is my first time actually reading this from start to finish. But just a very smart man, very smart man, and basically his words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. Him understanding the
imagine lying, and then you're able to say black folks got it hard today and everybody forgive you for lying. It's what he just did. He literally just he didn't read the book. He's rambling on. He know he didn't. But when he says it's what's happening today, all is forgiven.
how powerful the Negro can be. He used that word a lot. How powerful we are. How powerful we are.
Listen to him. Listen.
the Negro can be. He used that word a lot. How powerful the Negro can be. He used that word a lot. How powerful we are. But we have to unite, and we have to be together. We have to stand strong, because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be things that's going to be thrown at us where they try to weaken us. They try to make us feel like we're not kings and queens. And it's going to come from all, different races and different shapes and sizes and things of that nature. Just a very powerful minded gentleman. And it's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. Just hate. Wish I had the opportunity to meet him. Obviously, we know what the situation that happened among not only him, but Dr. Martin Luther King, some of the greats that's ever walked this face of the earth, not only just here in America, but in the space of the earth. So it's a pretty interesting book so far.
Now imagine.
While I'm a paid actor, and this isn't a real company, there's no way to fake how fast you can.
Now imagine you lying and people letting you lie because you're black. Imagine you lying. Imagine you displaying character that's unbecoming of any person, and they give you a pass because you're black. Imagine someone saying, y'all can't do it, but they can do it because they're black. LeBron James Promise Academy School or whatever. None of the children passed math. All the 8th graders failed math, which means that all the 7th graders have failed math the year before, which means all the 6th graders. So the whole school done failed. If you get to 8th grade and fail, you done failed from the beginning. So he has a school that's a failure. Fail. The kids are failing and nobody's saying anything because he's black. If there was a conservative white person that had a school and the students were passing, it would be front page news. If a white conservative or even a black conservative had a school that was failing, it would be front page news. But because it's LeBron James and the bar is so low for the black man, everybody gives him a pass. Well, at least he's trying. How is he trying if everybody fails? How is he trying if everybody fails? Anybody can miss the mark 100% of the time. Anybody can go out there and miss all the shots they take. That ain't hard at all. LeBron James just lied for 2 minutes straight, and they just got to eat it. He black. Can't say nothing. Could you imagine if I went in front of a camera and didn't read something and was talking? They would crucify me. You notice that black conservatives are held to a standard. Regular black folks ain't held to a standard. Black conservatives are. LeBron James and all, they ain't held to no standard. If you a black conservative, boy, you better have every I dotted and every T crossed. Let's get back to the King Lion.
And I actually made a trip over, to Liverpool as well, and see all the sights and the arena and everything. So it was pretty unique.
Yeah, Crouchy is actually a Liverpool legend. He used to play there. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I knew that. I didn't get an opportunity to see him play when he was with the club, but I definitely knew that.
The current captain, Jordan Henderson, just scored his first goal for England the other day. It was amazing to see. You a fan of his?
No, absolutely, and I saw a clip of that too. I didn't get an opportunity to actually see the game live, but
I saw that he was able to score one in the match the other day, and I thought that was it's pretty unique, the fact that he would do that and then also be with Liverpool Football Club.
Which is the scene?
Like, just imagine.
I seen the whole game. I was at home.
Just imagine just being allowed to just lie. It should do something to you as a person, for everybody around you to watch you do something that's wrong and not say anything. That should all make you feel, wait a minute, they're trying to set me up. This man is just lying through his teeth. And because he's black, you can't say nothing. But black folks don't have any privilege. Okay. Okay.
And I actually made a trip over, to Liverpool as well, and see all the sights and the arena and everything. So it was pretty unique.
Yeah, Crouchy is actually a Liverpool legend. He used to play there. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I knew that. I didn't get an opportunity to see him play when he was with the club, but
if he was a legend for the team, you would have said something immediately. Like, and the fact that these are such bad lies makes it even worse. Like, everybody knows he's lying. Everybody.
I definitely knew that.
The current captain, Jordan Henderson, just scored his first goal for England the other day. It was amazing to see. Are you a fan of his?
No, absolutely. And I saw a clip of that too. I didn't get an opportunity to actually see the game live, but I saw that he was.
LeBron James isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. And I say this not to be mean, but I'm serious, because if you watch him play basketball, he plays a very simple brand of basketball. Now, when he gets to the media, he talks about all this stuff, but that's all fluff. When you watch him on the court, it's just drive and kick. It ain't no exercise. Like, keep the lane open so I can drive and kick. It's very LA Fitness basketball. Oh, he has the highest IQ. No, he doesn't. LeBron James ain't got no high basketball IQ. Look, he don't. He is not a basketball savant. He isn't. LeBron James was blessed with God-given ability. But like the Scarecrow, he needs to go to the Wizard to get some brains. And like the Tin Man, he needs to go to the Wizard and get some heart. And like the Tin Man, he needs to go to the Wizard, the Lion, and get some courage. He needs to, and like the Cowardly Lion, he needs to go to the Wizard and get some courage. And like D Wade, he needs to go to the Wizard and get them. Nah, I was gonna say the ruby red slippers, but I think she got that from the fairy godmother, the good witch. She didn't get that from the Wizard. I'm gonna get on D Wade in a minute. Thank you, Kelvin Thompson. If LeBron James had a high basketball IQ, his game wouldn't be weak in the post, because a high basketball IQ would have you take advantage of the mismatch. If you really have a high basketball IQ, you will exploit every mismatch on the court. The fact that he's that big and that strong and that fast and stays on the perimeter lets you know he don't have a basketball IQ, nor does he have a skill set. He's just bigger, faster, and stronger. B.I. by pi, it is. Basketball is a tall man sport. Baseball, you got to be born with hand-eye coordination. Football, I guess athleticism and hand-eye coordination. Hands, feet. All these sports were designed around people that already had the gifts. They didn't create basketball with midgets. They created basketball with tall people that was coordinated. So all of the sports that you see were created around people that could perform them. So if you watch LeBron James play, he's not that special, because think about it. It's God-given ability, but what does he do skill-wise? He don't shoot well. He doesn't dribble well. He makes normal passes, and they ran rave about it. What does he do well? LeBron got a post game his 10th year in the league, and in the 11th year in the league, he stopped doing it. He stopped going to the post. You know why? Because folks would expect him to be in the post. See, LeBron James wants to play a certain way. He wants to look a certain way. So when you review history, you're gonna say LeBron James was a big guard. He was a point guard. That's how he wants to be remembered. He don't want to be remembered as a guy in the post. But if he'd been to the post, he'd have won so many more championships. Let's continue.
Was able to score one in the match the other day, and I thought that was it's pretty unique, the fact that he would do that and then also be with Liverpool Football Club.
Which is the scene or the moment or the phrase or the quote you like more from the movie?
Oh, from The Godfather. It's too many different phrases and too many different lines in that movie to just categorize one.
But which is the one which inspires you, represents you more?
I mean, each movie is 9 hours long. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, there's so many. I don't know. I'll let you pick one, and I'll roll with it. It's a great trilogy.
Like just lying. Instead of saying, I haven't seen The Godfather, he doesn't want headlines to say LeBron James hasn't seen The Godfather. Again, LeBron James has paid people in the media, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, Chris Broussard, Gilbert Arenas, Keyshawn Johnson, whoever's in the media, Steven Jackson, who's ever in the media talking about LeBron, if you notice, it's always favorable. You can't pay the media right now to tell the truth about his son. The media will not tell the truth about his son. They won't do it. They won't do it. LeBron James is the worst superstar ever, and ironically, he's the black man's favorite superstar or hero or athlete. LeBron James is the worst superstar athlete in the history of sports. He really is. He really is. He is the worst, and black men, he's their king. Each movie is 9 hours long. What do you want me to do? Each movie is 9 hours long. What do you want me to do? You pick one and I'll go with it. What do you want me to do? You pick it and I'll go with it.
Hey, what's up? It's Set Beats, and for a limited time, I'm offering.
I don't know nothing about basketball and telling me I should have shot that shot in Miami instead of passing to Cam Reddish. Well, I did the same thing tonight because I trust my teammates, and I make the right play every single time.
12 here in the fourth. Defender falls. LeBron 3.
I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. I think I said it this year or last year, whatever. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face on a drive. And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Well, maybe you're just making excuses.
Off Caldwell Pope. First, James was mad at the officials, but he was even more upset with his bench.
Stop it. Get some help.
Gotta go. James, a bump, a feed, a Prince shot. No! Zero's on the clock. The Nuggets advance.
Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking anywhere, but you out of here.
But we was just hit with injuries after injuries after injuries, and it was just hard to, it's hard to come back from that.
It's not about excuses. You got a job to do. You got to go out there and do it. You have to be effective or find a way to be effective and not make excuses, but just man up and play.
When it comes to LeBron James and losing, over the past 21 years, they've become very, very close friends. And when LeBron James loses, what's one thing you can always count on? The patented excuse.
And I continue to tell you guys we were undermanned. Pretty much played the last 3 games with a broken hand, so that's what it is.
In this series versus Denver, he just unloaded the clip with numerous.
Now, it's not ironic that LeBron James is the black man's king. Like it's not just by chance. There's a reason why the average black man gravitates to LeBron James, and it's because he doesn't like to compete. Single mother, it's always somebody else's fault. He's big, he's tatted up, he's like he can dress well, he can talk to white people any kind of way. Just like he is what black men idolize and wish they were. But if you notice, they never talk about his character. LeBron makes teammates better. Who? Who has LeBron made better? Who was sorry, started playing with LeBron and became good? Who? Scottie Pippen sucked. And he played with Jordan and became a Hall of Famer. Facts. Ron Harper's career was in the toilet. He got with Jordan and won championships. Facts. John Paxson was nobody. Champion. B.J. Armstrong, nobody. Champion. Then it's Rodman about to go into the abyss of obscurity. Champion, champion, champion. Phil Jackson hadn't won nothing. Champion. Who was unsuccessful, got with LeBron, and became successful? D. Wade, successful. Ray Allen, successful. Chris Bosh, successful. Kevin Love, successful. Kyrie, everybody he done got with is already established. He done played with the most Hall of Famers. Somebody said Scottie was good. Man, Scottie averaging 5 points his first year. Y'all got to stop, man. Scottie's at Central Arkansas. I want y'all to stop that. Michael Jordan made Scottie Pippen. You wish Scottie Pippen was good. Nobody ever said we game planning for Scottie Pippen. Nobody ever said we scared of Scottie Pippen. Nobody ever said let's put our best player on Scottie Pippen. Ever. Never. Stop the cap. Y'all told me that Pippen was the second best player in the league when he was with Jordan. When he went to Houston, all of a sudden now he the third best player on Houston's team. How you go from second best in the league to third best on one team? Stop his cap. His cap. Jordan made them guys. He made them. He set the tone. Scottie Pippen got his wife took by every young basketball player in the world. You know why? Because she don't respect him. That's why. Talk to people that know Scottie in Chicago right now. They don't like Scottie. He was a jug. They didn't even like Scottie Pippen. He was arrogant, narcissistic, bad attitude. Nobody liked Scottie Pippen. Stop. Jordan made them players better. Kukoc could already hoop. He could already hoop. Kukoc could already hoop. Jordan said Republicans buy sneakers too. I continue.
Excuses. After game 2, the Lakers lost. What was the problem? It wasn't LA blowing a 20-point lead and breaking the game winner. The person to blame was the referees. After Game 3 going down 3-0, basketball, not a big deal, doesn't really matter. Then after Game 5, what do we get? The old, my team was hurt, we had no chemistry, we were injured, that's my excuse. Whenever LeBron James loses, it's not a question of if, but when he'll make an excuse.
And do you know that, like, as soon as black folks hear this white guy talking, they just dismiss it? There's a reason why LeBron James is the king for black men. There's a reason why. And it's because he doesn't want to compete. If he doesn't have the advantage, he has an excuse. That is the average black man. And then when a black man has the advantage and still loses, what do everybody say? He cheated. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, a person who cannot box. He can't box. Just typical God-given athlete, didn't work on his skill. Deontay Wilder can't box. But black men love Deontay Wilder. You know why? Because he got a one-hitter quitter. They don't want to compete. Anytime Deontay Wilder done faced a boxer, he done lost bad. Anytime Tyson faced a boxer who wasn't afraid of him, he lost bad. All they have is the fear factor. There's a reason why black men, the black man's king is LeBron. It's a reason why.
It's hard to say who we are, what we can be, because we have yet to be whole. I think we was only probably whole maybe one or two times this year, and I know one of them was during the in-season tournament. We got whole, and we showed what we was capable of doing.
If the media had any credibility, a shred of self-respect, they would stop LeBron James on the spot and correct his lies. As looking at the in-season tournament, the teams Lakers were playing a combined win percentage of 42.9%.
The teams that the Lakers played in the in-season tournament, now think about this now, the teams they played had a combined winning percentage of 42%. That means the teams they played sucked. They sucked. Let's continue.
Congrats, LeBron James. Over the first 20 games this season, you beat the Jazz, Grizzlies, and Portland Trailblazers numerous times. And the funny thing is, looking at LA's team, their core six, most of these guys were healthy all season long. Anthony Davis, 76 games, the most since his Pelican days. LeBron James, 71, the most since 2018. D'Lo, also 76. Reeves, 82. Prince, 78. And Rui, 68.
You see how LeBron James just lied? The guys that played the most minutes played most of the season. You see how LeBron James just lied? But guess what? Black men are so pathetic now that if I bring this up, they're going to get mad at me. The response to bringing these facts up is you hate me. I told you all before that they're going to get you to sin and go against God. They're going to get you to go against God. So they're going to say that it's okay to lie because white people lie. It's okay to cheat because white people cheat. This is the logic. If white people do it, we should be able to do it. Forget what God said. If white people do it, we should be able to do it. Black men don't want to compete.
The Lakers this year were fairly healthy, and despite that, only won 47 games and finished the 8th seed in the Western Conference. The only two players for LA that were actually hurt this year were Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. But here's the thing. Those guys were hurt the entire season, including the in-season tournament. Once again, I'm going to show you guys LeBron's excuse backfires right in his face. And when it comes to past NBA superstars, whether it be themselves or their team being hurt, I don't remember those guys in the past making excuses, giving caveats or asterisks for their team not winning. I don't remember that.
Sure, physically we may be a little tired, but we got the hearts. Our heart is not tired, and that means a lot more than the physical in some respects. We can complain and we can do whatever we have to say about the referees, once we get into the locker room. But out there on the basketball court, we can't control the game. The referees control the game, and every time we may mouth off or say something, we're giving away free points.
I mean, players like Kobe, Iverson, and Jordan, they actually conceal injuries, keep them secret for years at a time. I mean, imagine Jordan's excuse in 1993. He could have said, I had a bad sprained wrist, I was fatigued, we're going for a three-peat, we just didn't have it. 1998, he could have blamed his age, being 35 years old, having the oldest roster, and with Robin and Pippen breaking down. He could have blamed that. Or Kobe in 2010 having a broken finger. He could have blamed that for not winning the championship for 4 Hall of Famers in the finals. My overall point being, the playoffs, the finals, are about adversity. And the truly great NBA legends, they use adversity as a stepping stone to becoming even greater. Not as a crutch for excuses when they lose. And looking back at the NBA media, when it came to this Lakers vs. Denver series, heading into it, they were just giddy, overjoyed, with the slight possibility the Lakers could win this series and win a championship.
If LeBron knocks this guy off in the next couple of weeks at this age and goes on to win a championship in the league, I think it does influence the conversation. It is a huge factor.
Laker Nation, we got to stand up.
Oh, my Lord.
As a matter of fact,
my Lord.
Probably about 5 o'clock this afternoon, if you look up in the sky, that ain't the bat signal, it's the crown.
Why are you not investing?
So y'all get the gist. You get the gist of why LeBron James is the black man's king. And it's because the black man relates to him. I might come back to that. I might come back to that. Let me come right here.
What's the nails?
Don't get a close-up of my nails.
No?
Listen, I've been on the road. I'm going to do like this.
But we see a pop of color.
Yeah.
What was the impetus for it?
Expression.
Expression.
Yeah, expression. I'm creative. I'm expressive. And there's so many ways to do that.
Your nails look better than mine.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They do.
Don't do that.
So when are we getting the new manicure?
I'm working on, I'm thinking about, I'm actually thinking about jumping into the nail line,
Oh, really?
world. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've been in it so long, and I'm like, you know what? It could be a good time, but I got some cool ideas that I'm exploring.
So this is breaking news.
Actually, I didn't tell you guys. I've been having some conversations on my own about exploring. I got a couple of ideas, and one of my ideas is, one of my favorite things to do when it comes to this is actually sitting down with my daughter and getting my nails painted and painting hers. That's a time that we get to connect.
Right.
Me doing something that she loves and also that I love. I give her medis and petties as well.
Now, the reason why D. Wade is going this route is because he can't compete. So black folks have a cheat code when it comes to media and television and Hollywood because they can play 2 cards. They can play the I'm oppressed card, or I'm gonna lead the charge of the trans and LGBTQ stuff. It's really a cheat code because they either go the victim route or they go to I'm gonna be a champion for the butt pluggers. So you see, D. Wade is trying to push this whole men wearing fingernail polish. And then it's gonna be men wearing high heels and men, like it's not gonna stop. So again, when I told you all that black folks are the face of all these agendas, I mean what I say. because they're going to pick the brightest, the biggest, the strongest, the most beautiful black folks to push the most wicked agendas. And black folks going to celebrate the entire time because black folks are already narcissistic. They want to see somebody black in a position of power no matter how they get there. Black folks don't care who they had to cut and slice and bury in the backyard. Black folks don't care. As long as they get there, I get to sit there and idolize them. Because if they make it, I make it. This is D Wade now.
So show us the nails.
Don't get a close-up of my nails.
No.
Right now. Listen, I've been on the road. I'm going to do like this.
But we see a pop of color.
Yeah.
What was the impetus for it?
Expression.
Expression.
Yeah, expression. You know, I'm creative. I'm expressive. And there's so many ways to do that.
Your nails look better.
It doesn't mean you're creative because you paint your fingernails. You're not creative because you paint your fingernails. And what people do is people throw these words around, but it's not really true. You're just painting your fingernails and toenails. You're just painting. You're like that's not creativity.
Better than mine.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They do.
Don't do that.
So when are we getting the new manicure?
You know, I'm working on. I'm thinking about I'm actually thinking about jumping into the nail line. Like,
Oh,
world.
really?
I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like, I've been in it so long, and I'm like, you know what? It could be a good time, but I got some cool ideas that I'm exploring.
So this is breaking news.
Actually, I didn't tell you guys. I've been having some conversations on my own about exploring. I got a couple of ideas, and one of my ideas is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to this is actually sitting down with my daughter and getting my nails painted and painting hers. That's the time. That's the.
So again, he's a coward. So instead of saying, I'm zesty mixed zest, instead of just saying that, what he does is say, it's because of my daughter. So now if you talk about him, you got to deal with all the backlash. Well, that's for his daughter. He just, that's how they bond. It's just, it's sick. It's sick and it's cowardly. This is why I say the black man is weak. Instead of just saying, I like painting my nails because I like how the painted nails look, you bring your daughter into it because you know it's a shield. So he's hiding behind his actual biological daughter, and he's hiding behind his son who believes he's his daughter. He's hiding behind both. He got the LGBTQs on one side, and he got the loving parents and mothers and libtards on the other side. He's well protected.
A time that we get to connect.
Right.
Me doing something that she loves and also that I love. I give her medis and petties as well.
Now you see why. Now you see why LeBron James is a black man's king. Now you see. Because what LeBron James did was he made what athletes used to be made of and used to be about, he totally changed that. And then once you give a man an excuse, eventually he's going to put a dress on. Once you give a man an excuse, eventually he'll end up with a dress on. That's the natural progression of an excuse. It goes from 1, 2, and then when you get to the end, you don't want to be a man anymore.
Are the new slave chains, right? So, you have to sign this contract and sign this document and sign this document. It's like you're binded to this. And then if you break that, that's your livelihood, that's your life. So we the new slaves. Athletes are literally the new slaves.
With the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
He is a very hard worker, very high character guy.
That video is from Kofi. But I thought it was funny how her description of what an athlete was.
The contracts, are the new slave chains, right? So, you have to sign this contract and sign this document and sign this document. It's like you're binded to this. And then if you break that, that's your livelihood, that's your life. So we the new slaves.
Now, her take was so horrible because, first of all, you don't have to be an athlete. And second of all, anywhere you work, you're going to have to do the job or you're going to get fired. So when she talks about a contract, contracts exist in corporate America. They exist outside of sports. But the fact she equated it to slavery lets you know she's a first grade Marxist because capitalism is bad. So the capitalists want to bind you into a contract to control your life. It's foolishness. This is what but again, black folks don't want to compete. The issue here is competition. If you don't want to sign the contract, then don't sign the contract. Create your own league. Create your own system. There's never been a group of people on the planet like black folks to complain about so much. They claim to be so great. Black people claim to be so great, but don't want to create them for themselves. Doesn't make any sense. If having a sports contract is that bad, then start your own stuff up then. You mean to tell me you sign a contract that makes you a slave and you still want to do it? Black people don't want to compete. They don't want to compete. Kaepernick showed you the combine and made black folks believe that the black players were treated like slaves. And I asked the black folks, I said, well, what about the white players? They do the same thing the black players do. What you mean? I said, the white players go through the same thing the black players do. Oh, what you mean? No, black. The white players do the same thing the black players do. Then I asked myself, now why would Kaepernick just show you black players? Man, it's hard when you're a black player, black. The NFL racist. Then why do they keep playing and why do y'all keep watching? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Pike Bishop said, he said not just culture, he said it's DNA. Because my thing is this, right? They always talk about what gets passed through the genes. My question is, why doesn't anything great ever get passed through the genes? Why is it always the bad stuff? Why is it always trauma from slavery? Why doesn't you being a king get passed through the DNA? Or you being a queen get passed? Why not? Because it's cap. Imagine O'Connor said, this is why white people could not stay slaves long because they understood it was a trick. Exactly. White folks didn't stay in slavery for 400 years. It was black slaves and white slaves in America. How is it that the white slaves said, nah, I'm cool, and the black slaves said, have me some more chitlins? How is that? Well, black, what they did was, black, they told the white people, you could be like us and then go and get, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. You can't keep no white folks enslaved for no 400 years. You can't do it. Black folks, and it wasn't even 400 years, but let's go with the narrative. But black folks, man, black people they said the children of Israel got free from slavery and wanted to go back. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I got to come back. I got to come back. I got to go to the gym. Sorry, y'all. I got to go to the gym. I got to go to the gym. Yeah, I got to go back because I got some good ones. Somebody sent this to me.
Forever still. It ain't no way they can win war with us unless they team up with 12. 30, 40, 50 shit. I shoot to that glizzy clip. If you see my face, don't run away.
Now the caption. Now the caption of this video says Trump supporters protest. And clearly it's not a protest. The person that sent this to me said black folks be talking about what they gonna do, but then when the white folks show up, they don't do nothing. Now, this is the west side of Chicago. They in the heart of the west side. Now, these white Trump supporters are in the heart of the west side. Now, black folks been saying they want the conservatives, Republicans to come to the hood and talk to them. Now, this black folks complaint now. And when they show up, what's the first thing black folks do? They start being wicked and evil. They here protesting, y'all. Lies. But you know why? Because they don't want to compete. These white people are in the middle of the west side of Chicago trying to get these black folks to vote for Trump. In the middle of Chicago, west side Chicago, all these black folks around trying to get folks to vote for Trump, and black people have such lack of character and despicable behavior, they're going to say they protested. And clearly, these folks are there to get black folks to vote for Trump. They got the whole block sold up. Let's go Trump. Now, Democrats send the minions in to do this. Now, imagine how courageous these white people are to go to the area where y'all killing each other. Imagine how brave these white people are to go into the area where y'all killing each other, robbing each other, low education, poverty, to go in there and try to get you all to vote for Donald Trump. The difference between white people and black people, I would say patriotic white people, redneck white people, the difference between the true-blooded blue American white person and the average black person is the true blue-blooded American is convicted. They live off of conviction. Black people live off of slogans and cliches. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. God is good all the time. That's what black folks live off of. Sayings and slogans, no conviction, nothing to sink your teeth into or plant your feet in, none of that. Black folks live off of cliches and sayings. These blue-blooded Americans are convicted. They love their country. Black folks not only don't love their country, they don't love their neighborhood. It's even worse. They don't even love their neighborhood. Now, these Trump supporters went into the heart, the cesspool of black degradation, where Democrats reign supreme, trying to get these black folks to vote for Trump like they asked. Because black folks been saying, y'all don't care about us, y'all don't come to the hood. And then when they show up, just like clockwork, black folks become even more despicable and say they protested. It's disgusting. Black people don't want to compete, especially the black man. Especially the black man. You don't know this kind of conviction. You don't. Everything black people do is with protection. You got the Democratic Party, you got the media, you got Hollywood, you got everything supporting what black folks want to do. Black folks would never do the reverse of what these folks are doing. Black folks would never do the reverse of what black folks would never go to the poorest white neighborhoods and set up shop. They won't do it. Let me guess. It's a sundown town. Stop. 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 Listen, y'all, that's my time for today. Listen, you all, I love you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Oh, my bad. Super stickers. One more thing, too. The hero doesn't get the stage. The hero doesn't get the stage. I'm going to talk about this next time on part 2 of this. The true hero doesn't get the credit, the recognition, none of it. He leaves or he dies with nobody knowing it was him that did it. I'm going to say this again. Leaders are not born. Saying that leaders are born is saying that a person is born with character, morals, integrity, principle, standards. A leader has to be made because what it requires to be a leader. A leader has to be unselfish. You got to be taught to be unselfish. Leader has to have principles. You got to be taught to have principles. Leader has to be moral. You have to be taught how to be moral. Leader has to have character. You have to be taught what character is. A leader must be brave and courageous. You have to be taught those things. Leaders are not born. Saying that a leader is born is a trick from Satan, because what it's saying is, it's saying don't develop into being a better man. Because if you're born a leader, then you're already good. Leaders are made. There is a process to becoming a leader. There is a process to becoming a great man. There is a process to becoming a father. None of this stuff is on autopilot. We got to earn everything we do down here. Leaders are made, not born. Now, a person may have certain traits and characteristics, but you being a leader has not only be taught, but you got to live by it. Not only do you have to be taught how to be a leader, but you got to live by it. I love y'all. Thank you, Sneed, so much for the super sticker. My goodness, 60 large. Thank you so much, Sneed. I appreciate it. Goodness. EWP, thank you so much. God bless, brother. Thank you so much, EWP, for the super sticker. Randall Hampton, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Cruise Missile, thank you so much. Always showing up. Thank you. Making conservatism look cool. Excuses is a part of black culture. So-called black excellence is rooted in overcoming exaggerated myths and straight up lies. LeBron fans are Democrats. I can't argue one bit. It's 100% correct. LeBron fans are Democrats. Thank you, Sneed, for $2, making it 62 large. Thank you so much. Walter Walker, stay hungry, Blanche, workout. Thank you, Walter Walker. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. And Kelvin Thompson, super sticker, thank you so much, sir. Listen, I'm cutting out early today. Really want a minute, an hour 30 is my time, but I'll be back on Wednesday for sure. Listen, I love y'all, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much.